Hello again, my friends, my wonderful friends from the Mighty Mango Mates and all of the folks in stream. How are you all tonight? First off, arigato gozaimasu to all you Mighty Mango Mates who resubbed or subbed with your primes. Thank you, noforn and CozyConChile, and anybody else that I'm missing. Thank you guys. Appreciate you all so much. Wow. So we're here for our third and final session with the Mighty Mango Mates. Their adventuring crew is called the Flinty Brigade. And they are here today to finish exploring this haunted, forgotten watchtower, to uncover the mysteries of what happened to the soldiers who resided here and what caused the sort of vile corruption that seems to be infecting this place. Everyone, their links are in the title below, but we're do intros real quick. I'm just gonna say their name, and then they're gonna, we're doing this a completely different time, the third time, but that's all right. I'm gonna say their name, and they get to tell us the name, race, and class of their character one last time. So let's do it random. That one is going to be TanTanTater.
Moi. Hello, everybody. My name is TanTanTater. Call me TanTanTater, Tanya. I believe we're doing our usual spiel of like stream and then character. So my streams, lots of shenanigans. I make weird noises and just there to have a great time with everybody. I'm planning on playing Little Nightmares 2 next because I just finished South of Midnight. Wonderful game. In terms of this campaign, my character is named Krinoa Babblecraft. She is a rock gnome and is a level 2 cleric. And yeah, she's excited to see what adventures lie ahead in this last, I guess, of the 3 shot campaign that we have.
Fantastic, fantastic, awesome. Thank you. And next we have Epsyonz.
Hello, I am Epsyonz, part of the Mighty Mango Mates. I'm all about mental health awareness, inclusivity, and healthy boundaries. I also have, on June 7th and 8th, I am officially a co-streamer for Future Game Show Summer Showcase and the PC Game Show. We'll be reviewing new up-and-coming games, what's going on in the industry. So join me for that time. My character is Yawn. I am a wooden elf ranger slash. I have a little pupper called Yip Yip.
Nice, nice. Thank you, sir. Noforn.
Hello, everybody. My name is Noforn. You can call me Noforn. No. My streams mostly consist of shenanigans as well. I usually keep it pretty chill. It can get unhinged a little bit, especially when I'm playing Overwatch. I play story narrative driven games. So right now I just started Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, so the second remake. So looking forward to playing more of that. And for this campaign, I'm playing a pallid elf. Excuse me. His name is Leoro Dawnmind, and he is a Circle of Moon druid. So looking forward to see what's in store for this finale. Thank you, Stormy.
Thank you. And last but not least, CozyConChile.
Hi everybody, I'm CozyConChile. You can call me Cozy or Chile. That's pretty much it. If you want to call me Con, I mean, that's fine too. But I consider myself a variety streamer, but I mostly like playing single player adventure games. Occasionally I'll play Overwatch with the other Mighty Mango Mates. But I would say my bread and butter is definitely indie games, which I do need to dedicate some more love to. And then as of now, I'm going to be focusing on playing South of Midnight, which Tantan got to play, so I'm excited to see how that goes and how that ends. But my character, her name is Enara. She is a dark elf sorcerer. Her background is she comes from a noble background and kind of grew up in a very dark and scary place, but she felt like there were better things out there for her, and she felt kind of out of place because she was always really peppy and positive and wanted to do good in the world instead. So that's my character.
Nice. Awesome. Well then, quick recap of last week. In last week's session, the adventurers had made it to the watchtower. They had, with the great survivalist tracking skills of both Yawn and Leoro, they were able to find their way to the location and find the tower. And they found it in an eerie state. And immediately, as soon as they made it into the courtyard and were inspecting the unusual kind of holes in the ground, they realized they were shallow graves. And before they had a chance to even investigate further, the corpses that were in those shallow graves rose from the dead with green eyes. And from out of the darkness of the tower came two skeletons. So they had to face off against two zombies and two skeletons immediately, indicating that there's something hinky going on here, because it's not normal for undead to just randomly infest the place for no reason. And they, after taking down the skeletons and the zombies, they explored the inner workings of the tower. They found that the inner door from the tower to the barracks had been blocked off and barricaded from this side, from their side, not from the other side. And that was rather strange. And then they explored the second level of the tower, and not only did they found a strange journal from the sergeant that kind of indicated that after the soldiers had been tasked, because their well had kind of gone stagnant, they had been tasked with finding a new location to dig a new well. And they were basically digging holes in an area. They found an area that could potentially hold water. And after digging a few holes, they accidentally uncovered this strange green smoky orb the size of a crystal ball and made of crystal or glass. And they took it back. They were really careful when they found it and tried not to touch it. But they, according to the journal, they brought it back to the tower and to give to the captain, and he had them continue, their work and dig the well. But over the next several days, things started happening. Basically, several of the guards, the soldiers there, started behaving strangely, and eventually something happened where there was like an internal fight that seemed to be potentially sparked by that green orb in some way. On top of that, in a closet, they found a new pal, a new friend named Mori, who is a mimic. But Mori is an unusual mimic in that he doesn't like the taste of humanoids. He only likes rats and snakes and bats and bugs and things like that. And so he befriended them. He offered a little bit of input, but he didn't have a lot of knowledge or advice. He kind of helped clarify a few things, but not much. But it turns out that he also can store things within himself. And so now they have converted the mimic Mori into a sort of sentient bag of holding that our good friend Yawn is wearing. It actually is more like he's wearing a big box on his back, similar to Demon Slayer. And after that, after they had befriended Mori and found the journal of the sergeant, they didn't find any evidence of the sergeant himself, but they decided to go back downstairs, and that was where we left off. Did I miss anything? Feel free to fill in any beats that I forgot or didn't add. No? Okay, cool. So, with that said, I'm going to have each of you, randomly tell me what stood out most. I want you to tell me from your character's point of view what stood out most to their experience last time. CozyConChile's first this time.
Okay.
Or I should say, I'm sorry, Enara.
That's okay. I appreciate any nickname. But I think Enara found it surprising that we were able to befriend the mimic, just because she might not have had a lot of personal experience with them, but she had heard and read things about them about being very vicious. So very surprised that we were able to befriend them, and that my persuasion was able to help us to have Mori on our team now.
Right on. Well said. Okay. Next is TanTanTater. Krinoa.
I would have to say, after decades of tinkering with so many objects back when I was with my people, creating a variety of knickknacks and fun little toys, I never in my life have I seen a mimic turned into a backpack. I find it utterly fascinating, and I can't wait to see what Mori does next.
Hint, it's mostly hiding.
Still impressive.
Yeah. All right. Next is Epsyonz. Yawn. Keep doing it.
Yawn very curious about the box. Yawn wants to see how much it could fit. I want to take everybody and everything and shove it in the box. Where does it go? I don't know. That's all Yawn say.
Okay. Leoro.
Yeah, I think when it came to the tower, we had such a bad feeling at first. And I think we pulled together very well. The ladies definitely were the front line and the biggest supports during the battles. So very impressed, but also just very curious about our new friend, Mori, as he calls him, where he comes from or what he's even doing there. But yeah, like I'd like to see what's going on with that. So.
Very good. Very good. All right. With that said, that's an awesome recap, everyone. We're gonna jump right into the story. Appreciate you all for coming, and enjoy the show. All right. For you guys, you just have effectively finished befriending Mori. You searched the sergeant's room and took a quick peek up the ladder to see if there was anything up top. But the one thing I didn't make note of last week that I'm going to now is that, as you were exploring the top floor, it was right as effectively the final embers of dusk gave way to the creeping darkness of night. And so ultimately now, it's nighttime out. It's dark. which makes the tower extra dark. Now, of course, you guys have a couple of magic light sources, I believe. And of course, with the exception of Corporal Culver, your partner from the military side of the Flinty Brigade, I think all of you have some form of dark vision, right? So, which means you can see out to a certain point in the dark, but it's still, there's a point beyond that where it's still darkness. It's like if you've ever watched a movie where they use night vision goggles, it's very similar to that. Now, if you have dark vision and someone using a light source, that's okay. That it doesn't hurt your vision. It just means, like, for example, Enara, she kind of keeps her background secret, and so she hasn't told anyone this. Oh my gosh, we just got raided. Hi there, Viper Fox, welcome in. Hello. I got those good vomits for the raid. Thank you. Perfect timing. We're just now getting into the adventure. Thank you for the shout out there, Bubba. I appreciate you. They were playing some co-working and studying. Heck yeah. Viperbox, you're amazing. For Viperbox, if you got a raid and run, we totally understand. Self-care is important. And for those who are sticking around, hi, I'm StormyD, and here we're doing Community Day 3 shots. This is our third and final 3-shot session for our friends, the Mighty Mango Mates, the core group, CozyConChile, Epsyonz, noforn, and TanTanTater. They're all streamers, so guys, go support them. I appreciate you so much. Now we're gonna get back into the action here, or the story. So you all basically come down from the that second floor, realizing, looking out the front door, that it's utterly dark now. It's all it's nighttime. And you're at, here, I'm gonna actually just switch to, even though we're not in combat, I'm just gonna switch to this for now so people can get a peek. Your group has kind of circled in the bottom floor, and because this is that point where you guys get to decide what you want to do next. And that's where I will leave it to you. What do you do next? It's nighttime. You could continue exploring now, or try and get some rest, or whatever you all want to do.
You want to keep going?
Well, I always have a bunch of energy. I'm ready to go all the time, so let's do it.
Okay. All right. Should we brute force our way through this rubble here, or find a crack in the wall? I think that Maury mentioned.
Yeah, Maury had mentioned that there, and the journal had mentioned, or something. You guys had uncovered in some way that supposedly there is another, like, side or back entrance to the barracks that supposedly is also barricaded. And yeah, I think it was Maury who indicated that. And then he saw what looked like potentially a crack in the ceiling or wall as well. So again, he did have a little bit of information for you guys.
Mm-hmm. I think it could be worth checking out. How does everybody else feel about it?
I only worry I only worry if some of us might need a little bit more rest from the combat that we had earlier in the day. Perhaps we need to renew our health, have a good night's rest to prepare for what may be coming next. We're not sure of what to anticipate, but that's my vote. I'm totally fine with proceeding forward if everyone feels confident and ready.
Okay.
Yeah.
Out of character, had anybody been wounded and or used very many resources in that fight against the skeletons and zombies?
I was just about to ask, like, would it even be worth taking a long rest depending on how many spell slots everybody used? I actually don't remember.
I don't think we used any.
Mm-mm.
I think we were
I
good.
used.
Did you use any of your spell slots, or did everybody just use cantrips?
I think I used my channel divinity, which is that technically just a
Oh yeah,
Cantrip?
that is a long rest thing, and you only have at your low level you only have one channel divinity. That basically gives you the ability to turn undead, right? So if you know your character would kind of be thinking about weighing whether, I mean, as you said yourself, as your character, that your character is voting to rest, which makes sense because your channel divinity could be a very useful tool if there are more undead deeper in, and if they're worse than what you've experienced so far. So it's up to you guys, though. I'll let you roleplay that. I will say this: Corporal Culver says, "Well, I don't think any one of us got too wounded. I suppose it's what you all think is best." Oh my goodness, we're getting ready again. Hello, Bethesda Brett. Hello, thank you for bringing your folks in. I know most of the folks in your channel, but for those who don't, I'm StormyD, and all of these folks are also streamers. Noforn, Epsyonz, CozyConChile, and TanTanTater. Please go check them out. And there's Eric. I knew he'd be along soon. Brett, I appreciate you, buddy. Big time. So welcome in, Raiders. We're going to jump back into it. Corporal Culver says, if our cleric thinks that she needs a bit more rest time, then I'm all for it. But I guess we need to decide where we're going to rest. Because I don't know how I feel about resting in this creepy place, especially since it looks like there's a bit of a crack over there in that door that they have boarded up. But then again, maybe the second floor could be something that's easily defensible. I mean, it is a defense tower after all. What do you all think?
I think we can go to second floor, try to rest. I mean, we've already seen our fair share of undead. Might need full resources for whatever comes ahead.
Yep, sleepy. Sleepy is good.
Yep.
Okay.
Can totally rest.
I take it you guys make it back up to the second floor to take a long rest. And this time Corporal Culver suggests that, so that the mages can be the most well rested that they can be, he suggests that he takes the last watch from now on, number 4. And so basically, I guess he would be swapping with maybe either Yawn or Krinoa.
Yeah, I'm perfectly fine with switching my
Gotcha.
my position for there. For that.
Okay. Well, no, I guess Enara was on the last watch, so he would actually be never mind. He'd be swapping with Enara.
Need that beauty sleep.
I'm fine with it. I don't need much sleep, so it's really up to Culver and what he's wanting.
Okay. He said that when he was in basic training, he was used to that being on the last watch. So, all right. So this is what I have. I have Yawn, Enara, Krinoa, Leoro, and then Culver. And technically, Leoro and Enara are on the same watch as well. They're both on 2. Okay. That night, you guys Did any of you want to try and sleep in the sergeant's bed, or did you all just want to rest out there in the the central area of the tower? Here, I'm going to switch back to the scene right here. Kind of in theater of the mind a moment. So you have that central area. There was the two rooms. One was a closet and one was the sergeant's room. But there was a large enough area that you could all just, camp out up there. I'm assuming no one wants to take the bed. You're gonna shut the door. Okay, cool.
I'll pass.
Well,
Looks creepy.
Yeah, too creepy.
Who knows what vile creatures are resting in that bed?
mhm.
Yeah, that's a dead man's bed.
All right.
I don't get
So I'm
hungry.
gonna roll for random encounters.
Keep in the bed.
Mhm. That first night, or not that first night, but that first watch, the first part goes uneventful. Although, I'll describe this in a second. Okay, that was lucky, because for a second there I was pretty sure that was going to be a random encounter. Still nothing, and final watch. The night goes uneventful. Nothing, other than the rainstorm kind of going overhead and making it loud. And luckily, the construction of this tower is pretty impressive, and so there's not a lot of leaking or anything. So you're not like lying in pools of water or being rained on. So it's pretty cozy. It's a little bit chilly. And you all, despite the decent conditions, relative to being outside in the rain, despite those conditions, you all either sleep or meditate kind of fitfully. Like, there's just an uneasy feeling. It's a bit of insomnia because of anxiety, effectively. There's something about this place that makes you anxious. The eerie feeling doesn't subside despite what you've experienced so far. I will say that during the third watch, during Krinoa's watch, she did think she hears some strange scratching sounds from below. But when she kind of crept down the steps to look, she didn't see anything. So that was the closest. Of course, she reported that to Corporal Culver, and he kept a watchful eye on the stairs. And in the morning, he indicated, no, nothing happened last night. And Maury's like, oh, that was a crazy storm last night, wasn't it? It made me kind of nervous and stuff. I don't suppose you guys have any more of them yummy rations for breakfast, do you? You guys gonna split a ration with Maury?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
There you go, Maury.
We
Because
did.
you guys
promise.
remember, you guys had your own rations, and then the captain and the corporal came with extras in their packs. So you guys are pretty much good to go. So you guys wisely spent the night resting. Basically, if you've lost any spell slots, you gain them all back. Any hit points, you will have rested up if you used a hit die. I don't think anybody was wounded. There might have been some wounds, but I think some healing was done, and so everybody should be good to go. But more importantly, her divine channel divinity is back. So now we're once again back at the bottom of the tower. But now at least there's sunlight streaming in. In fact, the storm clouds are gone, and you're feeling kind of like, oh wow, this is a good omen, because it's not rainy or cloudy and dark like it was before. It still feels creepy, but at least the sun's out. Cozy, you had a question?
No, I was blocking my eyes from the sun.
Oh, nice RP. All right. So now, I think you guys had indicated you wanted to kind of reconnoiter the outside. Okay. As you guys reconnoiter the outside, you determine that because of the rubble of the stables right here and the roughness of the hillock, it's easier to go around this way. And even though I don't have it on the map, there's, kind of the hillock kind of cuts off a bit too. Luckily, there's enough side walking. You do find a couple of interesting things when you explore all the way around it. And I'm not gonna tell you one piece at a time. Your characters, you all decide, you know what, we're gonna just do a reconnoiter and then make a decision after we've seen everything. You notice that in the central part back here, there appears to be some sort of, like one of those angled entrances to a basement, but it too has been barricaded and chained up. And there is a part of the ceiling over here in the wall that's kind of cracked and crumbling, but not in a way it's an easy thing to get in. Maybe somebody in an animal form could easily sneak through there, but you guys couldn't fit through the cracks. And then finally over here on this side, there is a door and some steps. For some reason it goes up a bit. But it has been completely boarded up. And a box and heavy barrel has been pushed in front of it, blockading it. So you have potentially three different ways. So as I indicated, this one is. It looks like some sort of heavy wooden crate has been put on top of it. It's been chained, and it has been boarded up as well. The basement exits. Effectively, somebody was trying to keep something locked in to this place.
What could it be?
I reckon that I could shapeshift into a rat and scope it out, going through the crack in the wall.
So there's
with
two
that?
cracks that you could explore in that method. The two that you can't are this one and this one. The two that you can are this one and this one. This one's a crack in the door where the door has been split so that half of it is kind of pulled open. Yeah.
Could you move it down just a little bit, please?
How about if I turn it sideways? Maybe that'll.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's
Oh,
perfect.
that looks good.
Yeah. Thank you.
You bet.
Noise.
Did that make a difference?
Okay.
Yes.
Cool.
Okay. Which entrance do you guys prefer me to check out first?
Well, the one that's keeping something in, maybe we should leave that last, because that way we can at least be with you. Try to figure out maybe a way to get in there with you so you won't be alone.
Okay.
What do we think?
I concur with this. Seems like a good strategy. That way nobody's isolated if there is something amiss.
Okay. So
Yawn
going through
agrees
the
with
front.
this. Yawn agrees with this.
Okay.
Corporal Culver
sorry.
says, what does Stick think?
Stick's sleeping.
Corporal Clover says, I wouldn't mind still sleeping as well, but I appreciate you. All right, I'm for it if that's what you all think. So we're going through which entrance? And so to clarify, which one are you guys going through? Or well, he's gonna turn into what and go through which crack? You're all currently in the tower room discussing it.
Yeah. I mean, if I go through the front one, y'all are all right here anyways, so.
Okay, so that's what you meant. All right. I just want to make sure I was understanding what you were saying. Cool. All right. Well, let me see if I don't think I have a little rat to make you.
A lizard.
You're like a little tiny cheese.
Aw.
It's gonna
Well,
be
let's see. I have a trash panda, a fox, and a little monkey. Which one of the? I mean, those are all kind of. I don't know.
Maybe
you want to be one of
trash
those, or
panda.
you just want me to pick one of those, and we'll just say you're a rat.
We can do trash panda. I think it's a little bit more inconspicuous than like I guess a fox. And they have hands, so if they need to like pull
Aw.
themselves up to something. Oh yeah,
Okay.
I think I reckon it.
So he goes. You guys see him transform into this little raccoon and
Oh
start
my god, I got claws.
crawling up
Amazing.
here, and you peer into the room before you disappear through the crack, and you do ask, even though you have again dark vision, it's kind of extra eerily dark, and having a little bit of light could be useful. So, what do? Do you have someone light a torch? Do you ask someone to cast a spell? Anything like that?
Yeah, it's pretty dark in here. I still can't really see anything. Can anybody cast something for some light for me, or?
Oh, I just realized when you're in trash panda form, you can't talk to them. So, actually,
okay.
I'll just say that you can see fine enough. It's fine because you technically can. It's a. It looks like it's a smaller. It's more than just an entryway, though. It looks like there's a desk, and there's like a chair, and there's a bookshelf, and another door. This door, though, is shattered open, and that's what you can't see into. It's. I mean, you can see it's just a floor. You don't really notice anything else in the distance.
How many times can I cast? I can't talk to them, right?
No, not in this form. I mean, you can try talking, but they won't be able to understand you. Trash panda
okay.
language.
Should I risk it for the biscuit?
Yeah.
Okay. I think I'm gonna go a little bit deeper and kind of peer through the broken entryway.
All right, you guys see him vanish into the chamber and through the crack in the door, and he peers around the corner here, and
Good luck.
what you see in this chamber is a barracks. Actually, bring them out a little bit further. The beds, pretty big soldier beds. They're little bump chests. As soon as you peer out there, you notice that there are some bones littered around on the floor, and you think you see two glowing green orbs. Like this is a railing and stairs leading down. And you think that you see glowing green eyes kind of peering through the railing from the steps, and maybe even from underneath one of the beds. And has you kind of creeped out as soon as you see them. And you hear a strange kind of sniffing and this weird hissing sound, and then those green eyes suddenly start lurching towards you quickly. I'll give you a moment to decide what to do before I'm gonna have to ask for an initiative roll.
I'm gonna. I think I definitely feel a strange presence here, so I'm gonna immediately leave.
No, I mean they're the things with the glowing green eyes. They look like these gray creatures with claws and teeth, and they look terrifying. And they have basically sniffed you out and started running towards you. And so yeah, I'm giving you a moment to run away if that's what you want to do. This is what you see running at you.
Oh no!
That's a long tongue. Wait, spooky.
It's like one was here and one was over here. So, are you gonna run away or are you gonna stay there?
Yes. Yeah, I get spooked and I'm gonna leave.
All right, you run back. As soon as everybody sees, they're all kind of curious, waiting close, watching. He comes bounding back out, with whatever a raccoon looks like, terrified, and bounds over the rubble. And suddenly you see these gray faces and claws clamoring, trying to get out of the cracked door. And then when they see that you all haven't moved, they for a moment they just stop and stare at you with these long tongues dripping out of their gray gaunt skin. I'm gonna have Krinoa, go ahead and roll me a religion check. This is a knowledge check. And anybody who has history can also roll a history check.
Okay. Is it a D20?
Yeah, so you're gonna roll pretty much almost any check is gonna be a D20. You're gonna roll your D20, and you're gonna add, if you have proficiency in history, you can roll the history check on this. I'll let anybody, even people who don't have history, you can roll it, but you're rolling at disadvantage. But Krinoa gets to roll her religion check without disadvantage, just a regular check.
Okay. For my religion
I don't think
check,
Yawn is going to have any clue what these things are, so he wouldn't get a roll.
I got a total 22, so 16 plus 6.
Nice. How about Leoro? Do you have history or not?
I do, yeah.
Okay.
My total is 17.
All right. And Enara, did you roll? Do you have history or what?
I don't have history, but I rolled a 13, so I don't know.
Is
what
that
it
with
would be.
disadvantage?
No, I was gonna ask what is that again? Like, do we roll?
So
it
disadvantage
again?
means you roll 2d20s like you have advantage, but you're taking the lower of the two dice.
Oh, okay. So a 6.
Okay. Yeah. You don't know what these things are. But both Krinoa and Leoro recognize these undead abominations as ghouls. Ghouls are pretty rare undead. They basically, frequently, they'll congregate in dank crypts. Sometimes they're formed from the malfeasance of heinous acts that have occurred in the area, or sometimes a particularly corrupted undead it can transform into a ghoul because of the malice and hatred of what happened to it. There's like lots of theories as to what can cause a ghoul to become a ghoul, but basically they're ravenous undead. Sometimes they can spontaneously form from the gore and death of a particularly nasty area, or sometimes again some external force can cause a dead person to rise as a ghoul. And what they do is they like to eat living flesh. And both of you rolled well enough to remember in your training or knowledge that you had that ghouls are particularly dangerous because their claw or their bite can paralyze people. If they're can potentially paralyze people. So you all now they stop. And also one last thing about ghouls that makes them even scarier than like zombies or whatnot is that they're not as mindless and stupid as zombies or skeletons. They're still not the brightest kind of creature because they're, just they have this all-consuming need to consume flesh, and they're driven by that. But yeah, they're clever enough that they see you all and they're eyeing you. They're just like looking through that crack. And their vile green glowing eyes are looking at you as their mouths drool. Here, I'll show you another picture for funsies.
Ooh.
That's cool.
Spooky.
Very spooky. That
It's
arm
really
looks
cool though. I like the art.
delicious.
So you're technically not in combat with them because of the barrier between you guys, and they kind of vanish back into the darkness, like they're waiting hungrily.
I'd like to shapeshift back to human form.
Okay. You mean elven form?
Oh, sorry. Yes, elven form.
I
My
knew what
bad.
you meant.
You're not an elf?
Into a ghoul. Just kidding. So yes. So all I was able to see was some pile of bones and those ghouls. I heard them coming for me. They're sniffing me out, so I immediately left. Do you guys have any suggestions as how we can approach this, or if you guys want to keep going?
Oof. It's up to everybody. Maybe we can avoid them, or did you see anything worth exploring in there that we would have to fight them?
Well, the corporal says, well, I tell you this, that next chamber in, the first one, I've seen this layout before. Not all watchtowers have the same layout, but this particular one is one that I'm familiar with. And that first room is the sergeant's room. It's basically like a administrative room. The stairs leading down would indicate that the captain has the basement chamber. So if we're to figure out this mystery, and potentially find this hopefully, whatever kind of strange artifact it is was talking about in the journal, I feel like we need to dig deeper. It is risky, but I mean, there are 5 of us here, and we all have some combat experience under your belts now, and we have this powerful cleric of little gold. had a brain fart for me. So perhaps, I don't know if we need to use your special channel divinity yet. It's up to you if you think that would be useful. Personally, if we have to make it all the way down to the basement, it might be better just to be on the safe side and save that until we absolutely need it. What do you all think?
I agree.
Yeah.
I completely agree. We don't know if there are more ghouls down in the captain's basement, so I might save my divinity for an even greater amount of more difficult foes that we might not even see yet.
Yes, good thinking.
Well, the good thing is that at least we know what's in there or what we've seen. So,
True.
with the 5 of us, I believe we can pull together and fight these ghouls. It seems like we don't have any other choice than to go head first to this. So
The question is, do we want to enter from here or from that side entrance or both at the same time?
I could throw them off, maybe.
Yeah.
Coming at them from different angles.
Yawn, what do you think?
Yeah.
Yawn really wants to fight.
Okay.
Yawn confused. One person say this, one person say that. People transform into rats, and I want to eat it. Yawn wants to just.
Well, let's give Yawn what he wants then.
okay, I guess we're just all gonna go through here then.
Yep.
Okay, all right. So I take it you guys are gonna take the time to pull down the barrier, to pull everything apart, knowing that the things could come rushing out at any moment when you do that. So you guys basically come over here and you start doing exactly that. You work together to pull down the barrels, move aside the boxes, move the barrel, and then each new piece that you pull off, you keep thinking, oh my God, they're gonna come rushing out. And it's that, I don't know if any of you guys are afraid of spiders, but like if you're trying to catch a spider, is it gonna go the other direction or something, like under a cup or something? And it's one of those moments where you're like, each new thing you pull aside means that door is going to be, free. Now you can tell that it has been, partially locked and boarded, which is why it kind of held. But basically, a lot of that is gone now at the upper part. And now you have, surprisingly, even though it's been a nerve-wracking experience pulling all that out, the door, the half door is there, slightly boarded in the middle and the bottom, and they haven't come out. I should put them here, but they're technically not there. They have moved somewhere else to where you guys don't see them. And the final couple of boards need to be pulled off, and the door that's kind of jammed shut needs to be kind of fully ripped down. Who wants to do those final things?
I volunteer Yawn.
Me too. You wanted to
God
fight.
just wants to stab, not to do work.
This is the fastest way. You're the strongest.
You're the strongest. You have the best chance of knocking down that rubble.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I do this.
All right, so it's 2 separate steps. The first step is pulling the boards off. Roll me an athletics check to rip those boards off.
Ooh, I have a 6 on athletics. I just rolled a 19 plus 6.
Wow, 25. You guys see him go up there and just go yoink. The boards just come off really easily. And now the half door is still kind of jammed up. For you to rip the rest of it off, you're going to have to reach into the darkness to the other side of it to pull the door. You do it?
Yes.
Just as you
Yeah.
reach in to pull the door, roll me an athletics check.
Oh man.
I rolled an 11 plus 6, 17.
17. You're able to pull the door open out of its, where it's been jammed up at the bottom and the top, just enough to basically, pull it open finally. And just as you do, nothing but the eerie sounds of drooling somewhere in the darkness you hear. Nothing comes rushing out of the doorway. Effectively, you're here in front of the door, and Yip Yip's here, and everyone's like huddled around.
We're right behind you.
He's got a stick and his little sword.
All right, so you guys gonna go ahead and make your way into the chamber? What order are you guys gonna go in? Do you want to go in and explore this little room while this whole thing is dark, or do you want to go in and try and face these things first and then search?
I think because the rooms are connected and it's open, we should probably scope it out and make sure it's safe, which I know it's not, but
I agree.
Stick
Maybe
Stick wants to speak. Stick say, is there a spell that can cast light?
I don't have anything like that, unfortunately.
I think Krinoa does.
I do have light, however, this is just a question.
Or torches?
Light is a touch range, so is that something where it would just
So the light spell, I'm pretty sure you're talking about, you have the cantrip, right? You basically touch an item. It could be anything. It could be a coin. It could be a torch. It could be your shield like you used before, right? You can cast light on an object and it stays making the object glow like a torch for 1 hour.
Oh, okay.
And because it's a cantrip, you can cast it as many times as you want. So what do you want to put it on? What do you want to do?
I do see that.
Yawn will throw.
I mean, you guys have some shards of boards and wood lying right next to you that you could cast light on and chunk them in.
Oh, true.
That sounds like a sound strategy. I can go ahead and cast light on some of these random objects around us, and then perhaps that'll illuminate things further, so we can get a better idea of what we can expect.
So it is a cantrip. You can cast as many times as you want, but I just realized that I think you can only cast it on one thing at a time, though.
Yeah.
So then you're gonna pick one pretty good sized thick board that you can be chunked into the room. And who's going to chunk it, and where do you want to chunk it? All right. And so you want to try and shoot for the middle of the room?
Yes.
Okay, roll me an athletics check.
$15 plus 6.
Wow. He easily nails it exactly where he wants it. This will be the torch. And it lights it up in a 20-foot radius. And then dim light beyond that. So it pretty much is lighting up the entire barracks room now. And now, who's going in what order? All right. Yawn is going first. Who's going second?
I can go second.
Okay.
I can go third.
I take it Yip Yip is going to stay close to you.
Yeah. That close to
She's going third. Well then, probably Leoro will go next, and we'll have Corporal Culver take up the rear. So, your character, Yawn, kind of peeks his head into the room and looks both directions. And you notice this looks like, obviously, since you know there was an exit door over here, you see a wall, but you also see a darkened archway. It's still dark because, it's still lit up somewhat, but you don't see anything because of your angle, right? And over here is a closet. The door is open, though. And, you're pretty sure you hear the kind of labored breathing of these creatures. So, what's your passive perception? Actually, each of your passive perception. I should have written it down. Let's start off with Enara. What's your passive perception?
Passive perception. 1 second.
It's at the bottom underneath your ability scores.
12.
Okay. And Krinoa?
16.
Leoro?
14.
And Yawn?
13.
Did you say 20?
13.
Oh, 13. Okay.
That'd be crazy.
All right. Krinoa, you just as Yawn is about to step in, you're the one who notices. You hear that sound I described on each side, left and right. What do you do?
There's definitely a presence here, and I just hear this unsettling noise. I don't know what we should do, but what do you all think? Are we at an advantage or disadvantage depending on our exposure to whatever this might be due to the close quarters here with the barracks?
We have some visualization, which is good. And to our knowledge, there are only 2. So with that, we are at an advantage, but let's hope there's only 2.
I'm putting my full trust in Yawn being in the front. So I think we're good.
Indeed.
I have a question. How big in feet is the room?
I'm gonna ignore this whole section back here.
Okay.
And you just want to know the size of this chamber right here?
Yes.
30 feet this way and 35 this way. So roughly 30 by 35. But what Krinoa is saying is she thinks that they're hiding in these two chambers to the left and to the right of you.
Stick is trying to tell me I might do spell entangle, which is 20 feet. So I might be able to do that one side and then take care of the other side.
That sounds like it
Yawn-
could be a good strategy.
Yawn doesn't know what that means, so I'm just gonna go with what does Stick saying? I don't know.
I suppose we won't know until we go ahead and proceed, but
So which side did you hear?
Both. She says both.
yeah.
Okay.
Oh, both sides.
So Stick wants me to do entangled at least towards one side, so we make sure that one of them can't move, and then we go in.
Now, refresh my memory. Entangle is a 20-foot square. Is that right?
Yes.
It's different than three. It is? Okay. We have a 20-foot square. What's this?
I think we might have to be careful of that because I think it affects us too, right?
Yes.
I'm not gonna-
So if you go into the entanglement that he's going to create, it could affect you too. So this is effectively a 20-foot square. So you're wanting to effectively cast entangle on this side so that if they come out, they're going to be entangled. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. So at least we have one place covered.
Which side did you want to do it?
What do you guys want, left or right?
Left.
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 All right. So, and I'm assuming you want to still have so you're going to have it kind of overlap up into the wall a little bit so that it's not completely, covering, so you guys have some room to move.
Yes.
All right, I'll say this. As soon as you cast that spell, that's when it's sort of a surprise round that you're getting that causes initiative to occur because now the monsters are going to rush out. And so everybody roll me. You have cast, you guys see him do his thing and cast entangle, and these vines and thorns kind of, they're not damaging thorns, but like thorny vines grow up out of the ground and they're all wiggling. Enara, what's your initiative? That's the D20
7.
plus your initiative modifier. Sorry.
Oh, I forgot about the modifier. Sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. Should be in the center upper part next to your AC and your hit points. Yeah.
10.
10. Okay. Krinoa?
4.
4. All right. Leoro?
15 total.
15 total. Okay. Yawn?
19 total.
All right. And the corporal? All right. So, you've cast entangle, and technically the ghouls get to move first. So what happens is, where did I put the ghouls? Did I put them back? That was dumb.
He said ghouls, multiple. Oh.
There are
Well,
two.
you saw two of them before.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm thinking
Oh, I
there's more
didn't
than
put them
two.
back. They're right there. So they come rushing out. One of them goes right in out of the door into your spell, and the other one 5, 10, 15, 20 is going to close distance with you. I'm going to roll the saving throw for that ghoul. He's got a +2. What's the spell save DC for your entangle?
Spell save DC is 13.
Okay. All right, their first ghoul, as soon as he comes out, he fails a save and is restrained by the entangle spell. And the other guy moves around and tries to claw your face. And your AC, I believe, is a 16, is that correct?
Yes.
He takes a swipe, but you dodge back just narrowly as the claw goes right past your face. And so next is going to be you, Yawn.
So I have to roll for my chance to attack.
Yeah, if you want to, you just tell me what you want to do. If you want to attack with both of your weapons, you roll 2 attacks, which is going to be your D20 plus that number that's next to your weapons. Not the damage modifier, but the attack modifier. I believe we determined it's a 6 for you, correct?
Yes. So I just rolled a 14 plus a 6.
All right, so that's a 20. Your first attack hits. How about your second one?
And the second one is a 19 plus a 6.
Nice rolls. So both hit. I believe yours are short swords, so they're D6 plus 4, right? So just roll 2d6 and add 8.
I just rolled 2 2s.
So 12 points of damage then, right?
Yes.
Your bone swords saw into the creature's gullet and shoulder, maiming it. It screams in pain, and more anger than pain. It's undead, so that is Yawn. Next is going to be Leoro.
Ready. Can I even reach the goal from there, or no? I can't.
Can you even reach the what?
The ghoul. I think.
Oh,
I think maybe.
yeah. So
Yawn's
right
on.
now, he's blocking the doorway. If you have a ranged attack of some kind, you can cast that. But the ghoul effectively has half cover.
Mm-hmm. My only ranged one is Thorn Whip. I guess I could try that.
If you want to. What's the range of it?
Let me double check. I think it's like 15 or 30 feet. It's 30 feet.
All right, you're easily within 30 feet.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so roll. I missed. I got a 1.
Oh, a 1. It's not just a miss. This is our first fumble.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, when a fumble occurs, when you roll a natural 1, it's not every DM uses a fumble table, but I do. I find it kind of adds an interesting spice to the combat for both you and the monsters. I roll on a fumble table. If it's a really low roll, it's not that bad of a fumble. If it's a really high roll, it could be bad. Well, this doesn't quite fit with. I'll just read it like this. So you go to cast your whip spell, and you know when you cast your thorn whip spell, you have to kind of go through this motion with it, and you accidentally, because you fumble it so badly, you accidentally hit yourself in the groin, and you are at -4 to hit for 3 rounds because you're in staggering pain.
Oh no.
Ouch.
So you don't hit yourself in the groin with the spell, you just hit yourself in the groin with your fist.
Oh no, his rubies.
So you don't actually take any damage, but yeah, you're staggering in pain.
So you said -4. Is that to the chance to hit, or is that to the damage?
That's to the chance to hit.
Okay.
That's for 3 rounds. Yep.
Okay.
Dang.
Darn, I'm sorry, guys.
What happens?
What happens to the best of us?
Yes.
I whip my thorn in my sack. I whip my thorn in my sack.
Just whip it.
Corporal Culver, since he's in the back and can't do much, and it's his turn, he puts his hand on your shoulder and says, "Are you all right, mate?" That looked quite painful.
That was pretty bad.
And that's all he does.
Ouch.
And then next is going to be Enara. So you can cast, you shoot a spell at the ghoul, but it is effectively has 3/4 cover because it's kind of a smallish door, and Yawn is blocking the door and the monsters in front of it. So
Could I do magic missile so I don't?
you
hit
can. If you
my
cast
friend?
magic missile,
Okay.
it will 100% hit it and not not accidentally hit anybody else.
Incredible. I'll do that.
All right. So at 2nd level, do you have the spell up by chance?
I don't have it. I just have it on my sheet.
Okay. I'll just if you want to Google it, bring it up, whatever. You create 3 glowing darts of magical force. Each dart hits a creature of your choice that you can see within range. A dart deals 1d4 + 1 force damage to its target. The darts all strike simultaneously, and you can direct them to hit one creature or several. So obviously, it's the only thing you can see right now. You're gonna attack it with all 3 of them. So roll me 3d4 and add 3.
3d4. Sorry, do you mean like a 4-sided one?
Yeah,
Is that what you mean by
it's the
that?
d4
Okay.
die. Correct. Mhm.
Okay.
It looks like the triangle if you're using the Google one.
I got a 2.
In the real world, we call these caltrops because if you accidentally drop them on the floor, it's the same thing as stepping on a caltrop.
Oh my god.
Anyway, so you got what'd you get with all 3?
All 3 of them. I rolled 3 2s, so 6.
That's not bad, actually. That's better than average or about average. So you got 6 plus the 1 of each one, which is 3. So 6 plus 3 is 9 points of damage
9.
to the ghoul. All your magic missiles just kind of hit the same spot on his shoulder.
Pew, pew.
And it looks all kinds of torn up, but it's still up and standing just barely. Finally, we have Krinoa. You're right behind him, and you see this thing trying to munch on him. What you gonna do?
Yeah. Can I cast Sacred Flame on it? And
Absolutely, you can.
not
So
hurt anybody?
the cool thing about a Sacred Flame is it's not an attack roll. So the fact that it has 3, did I say half cover or 3/4? I think I said 3/4 cover. Either way, it's got cover, but that doesn't matter with Sacred Flame. You pick something you can see, and it has to make a saving throw. So
Okay, great.
I believe it's a dexterity saving throw, and your DC to save is what?
Spell save DC, right?
Yeah.
That is 14.
Okay. And that is a dexterity saving throw, correct?
Correct.
Let's roll.
And the ghoul misses the saving throw. You guys see you see it basically radiant flames envelop it, and it falls over, crumbles to the ground dead.
Oh,
Yay!
Die foul demon.
And now,
Great shot.
back to the top of the round, the other
Same to
ghoul
you.
is going to try and make a strength check to break out of the entangle. And it rolls a natural 20. At least that wasn't an attack. So
oh my gosh.
it breaks out of the entangle, and it can only move at half
Dang.
speed, but half speed, it's only got 10 feet to move anyway. So it closes the distance out of your entangle spell and makes an attack on you, trying to claw you. And your AC is a 16, correct?
Yes.
All right. This time the second ghoul, angered by your entangle spell and its 10 years of hunger, claws into your arm
Ouch.
for
No, not my arm.
7 points of slashing damage.
You
Jeez.
said that perfect.
And I need you to make a Constitution saving throw. You feel its necrotic touch kind of start to lock up your nervous system, and you're trying to resist the paralysis.
Okay. When you say Constitution saving throw,
So saving throw is just like a check. You're going to roll a d20. And if you look at your saving throws, that's that little box that's next to your ability scores. And it says saving
Okay.
throws. You'll look for the one that says Constitution. And if there's no dot on it, then you don't. As a ranger, I think Con is Con one of your, or not?
I have a 3 over here on my Constitution, but there's no
Okay,
dot
so-
on it. My dots are Strength and Dexterity.
Strength and Dex are your main ones. Okay, so you still get to add your Con modifier of 3 to the roll. So you're adding 3 to the d20 that you roll.
Okay, so I rolled an 8 plus 3. I love it.
Oh, nice! You just barely made it. You shudder off the effects of the paralyzation from the ghoul. For a second, you thought you were going to be, paralyzed by it, but you did not. And now it is your turn.
I could still attack with.
Yeah, you're not
Both.
paralyzed. You resisted
Okay.
the effect. So
I'm gonna repeat what I did last turn. So I just rolled a 9 plus a 6 for my d20.
mhm.
So 15.
Alrighty, 15 will hit. How about your second attack?
My second attack will be. 11.
11 doesn't quite get there. So you get to roll
Okay, so-
one damage. So a d6 plus 4.
In total, I have 9. So I rolled a 5 plus 4.
Alrighty, so you stab into the ghoul. Next is going to be Leoro. You're still, your nuts are still aching, so you're
throbbing.
you're still at -4 to any kind of attack roll, but you can still try if you want to.
okay. All right, guys. Sorry about my last attempt, but I'm gonna try it one more time. The prize jewels are feeling a little bit better, so hopefully I can land this hit.
Mhm.
No
We're
worries.
facing you.
Yes.
So I wave one of my arms in the air and cast Thorn Whip on the ghoul.
Okay, go ahead and roll me your attack. So You're gonna be adding your attack roll, your spell attack roll, which I believe we determined is 6, correct? Right?
Attack.
Your spell attack roll.
Oh yeah, it's 6. Sorry. Yep.
But I'm going to be subtracting 4 from whatever that is because of your staggering pain at the moment. So you just tell me what your D20 plus the 6 is, and we'll go from there.
I rolled a 17 plus 6, that's 23.
Nice. 23 minus 4 is 19, which is still a hit. So
Okay.
you use the Thorn Whip, and I believe it's what, a D. What's the D damage die for the Thorn Whip?
I think it's a. Did I put it in? Oh, it's a 1d6.
Okay, so you roll me a D6. That's how much damage you do. You immediately yank the ghoul right into Yawn's chest. Just the spell yanks him, tries to yank him forward by 10 feet. And, yeah. So how much damage did you do?
I rolled a 6.
Oh, nice roll. Okay. You basically took the ghoul kind of off balance. Speaking of balance, I'm gonna have Yawn go ahead and roll me a dexterity saving throw to make sure that he isn't thrown off balance by this.
It would seem the men are menning.
I got a 12 total.
12, all right. You're not thrown off balance, but the ghoul is, which means on its next attack, if it gets any, it's going to be rolling at disadvantage. So,
Yes, Stick, I will be pushing him later.
so Leoro's done. Culver's up next, and he's all like, good shot, lad. Smash better that time. And it's about all he's got since he's way in the back. And then Enara.
Okay. Since my peers are still in front of me, I'll do magic missile again, just in case. We don't want to.
Gotcha. And you have
hurt
what?
anybody.
3 first level spell slots per day, and you've used 2 of them. Okay, all right.
Yes. This will be my second.
Right. So roll me 3d4.
Okay. I got 3 in total.
3 in total? You rolled 3 ones?
Sure did.
Holy crap. So you got a total. That is terrible. So that's 6 damage. So, hey, at least you guys are plinking away at it.
Did
And
you punch
finally,
yourself in the nuts
Krinoa.
3 times?
What?
Did
I
you
don't
punch
have
yourself in the nuts
any.
3 times?
I don't have any nuts.
I guess.
I'm gonna
Here's the
punch
nuts.
you in the nuts 3 times. Then.
Yeah. You don't ask someone about their nuts.
Yeah.
You know?
That's what I
Better
want to know. How do you know this rule? We have the
My
nuts.
nuts.
Sorry, Stormy.
It's all right. It's fine. I love it. So go ahead and, I'm assuming you want to do Sacred Flame again since you don't have to roll an attack.
Yes, sir.
Okay, go ahead and, it fails its save. So roll me your damage.
Alrighty. So that's 2d8 for a Sacred Flame, or wait,
Is that right?
because it's just a spell save DC, right?
Yeah, I don't think the
Or
damage is
something.
that high because it's just a cantrip.
Yeah. Yeah. Or because
Let me
we didn't
double
roll
check.
the damage last time, I think. I just mentioned
you-
the spell save
It's
DC was
1d8
14.
radiant damage.
Okay, yes. Okay.
If it once you reach 5th level, then it'll be 2d8.
Ah, okay.
So last time, did you roll 2d8 when we did the damage? Oh, okay. All right.
I did not.
Okay, good, good. Yeah, so roll me a d8 for the damage.
Okay. I got 7.
And that's enough to finish off the second ghoul.
Nice. Woo! You finished him off.
Hey. My nuts feel better.
Huh?
You all feel better about your situation now, but you're still not, Yawn, you probably let your entangle, you drop your let the entangle vanish because there's no need for it anymore. I mean, you peer in and look around and you determine that at least in this room, there's no more bad guys. And you guys just wander in and start to explore and or search.
Yawn wants to ask, can I get a green bubble for my army?
Are you asking? Do you need us to patch
Total
you up?
silence. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Who are you asking?
I will patch you up.
Anybody that can green bubble?
Yeah, I got healing word. Oh, a healing word.
So healing word is better. Just this is a little bit of a pro out of character meta DM tip. Healing word is better in combat because it's one of the few ranged healing spells that exist, and it doesn't really heal a whole lot. It just heals a little bit. Versus cure wounds from the cleric, you have to touch them, and cure wounds heals more.
Oh, okay.
I can do it then. Yeah. I will use Cure Wound on Yawn's little bite on his arm.
Are you going to use it at first level or second level? Or do you even have second level spells yet?
I think I only have first level.
Okay, so then you're going to roll it. You roll a d8 plus your wisdom modifier, I believe.
Okay.
Or let me double check. If it says something else, let me know.
Okay. Cure Wound.
Oh.
Um, 1d8 plus your spell casting ability modifier. So is
Yeah.
that wisdom?
So that is your wisdom. Yep, I was right. Okay.
Got it.
So then you roll a d8 and add your 4 to it.
So I got 4, and then wisdom is 6, so that's a total of 10.
No, your wisdom.
Or-
Your wisdom. I thought your wisdom was an 18. Correct?
Oh, so the actual base number.
It's
not
the modifier, not the number. So the modifier of your wisdom is a +4.
Yeah. So I got a 4 on the d8, and then 4.
Right. So you add the 2 together, and you have a total of 8. Right.
8, yeah. Mhm.
Which would actually get you back to full, right? Cool.
I got
Alright.
hit with a 7.
Without having you make a bunch of rolls, I'm assuming that you all, well, okay. I'm going to ask you what you all want to do first before we get into that.
Should we explore the rest of the floor?
Corporal
Yeah.
Culver suggests, let's explore and check things out and do some searching before we go down into that basement. Someone want to check that door and make sure that it's secured in some way.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's a great idea.
I'll check it out.
Okay. Right behind you as always.
So, all right, you guys are going to go check this out while the others are looking around. And I'm not going to have you roll to search. I'm going to tell you just basically you guys search through everything. I will say that one thing you see at the bottom, it looks like somebody collapsed a portion of stone of the foundation on the side right here, blocking the door. So you're pretty sure it would require digging tools to get through there. So that maybe the only way to get into the basement is through this other way. But you end up searching. This is obviously just a hallway that leads to the outside. This is a storage closet, like a broom closet with, the stuff that would be in a broom closet. Each of these are just like the military storage chests in front of the beds. and there's mostly junk in them. Although you do surprisingly tucked away, hidden away in one of them, you find what looks like a really pristine ring. And yeah, that's about it in here. You do also find in the sergeant's administrative room just kind of administrative logbook stuff, and he's made some notes about performance. You find there's some coinciding of his official notes to his journal where he talks about the poor performance of his men lately after since finding the weird orb, and he's had to write some people up, and there's been a bit more people have been more drunk, and there's been more arguments and fights, and that the captain's been acting strange, holing up in the basement and staying down there, and that's about it. It looks like that the last thing that he got to write was in the journal that you guys already found and have with you, because I'm assuming you guys, stuff that stuff in your backpacks to take back as evidence. And you all also search the bodies of the ghouls, and you find that sticking out of their flesh, almost like it's been partially fused into their flesh, are ID tags. You have to actually use a knife to pry them out of their flesh. But the two of the other soldiers were these ghouls. And one thing is when you go down the steps to check to see if you can access from down there, it's you hear this kind of strange sound in the distance down through the door. The door obviously is here facing this way, right? And it sounds like a forlorn kind of moaning in the distance. And that's about all that you have found in the barracks chamber.
Okay.
You do find one note in one of the soldiers' things, like a note to his wife. It was late. You could tell from his note, he's like, the other guys are acting really weird. There's lots more fights and stuff breaking out. I feel like we've been cursed by something. I hope I make it back to my wife.
Oh,
How sad.
so sad.
And you kind of so far taken the math of it. You fought 2 zombies and 2 skeletons. There were these 2 ghouls. You get the sense that you remember from the documentation that there was effectively like watches, so they would actually share beds, not at the same time, but like, when some were on duty, others were using the beds to sleep in. And although there were also apparently there were also a couple of other beds downstairs too. Effectively, you found, if I remember correctly, on the skeletons and the zombies, 3 of them had ID tags, 1 of them did not. You end up finding ID tags loose in one of the chests, one of the bed chests. You think that might be that guy. So you've kind of accounted for a portion of the guards. Doing the math, though, you think there are 4 guards left, the captain, and you still haven't found the sergeant's body.
Sounds like maybe they turned into zombies. Potentially, but we won't know until we see.
Yeah, we're gonna have to keep searching. Doesn't seem like we found everybody that was here.
Actually, it dawns on you guys that maybe you did find one of them. You're not sure which one, but there's a pile of bones in this room, right? And that pile of bones didn't become an undead because it was completely broken apart and picked clean. So it could be almost anybody.
Interesting.
I wonder how it became a pile of bones.
Well, it looks like the ghouls had been munching on it for years.
Ugh,
Yeah.
gotcha. Well, did we want to move forward towards the south? We did
Again,
pretty well in the
Yeah.
first battle.
This way to the south, you can't go down the stairs unless you want to get digging equipment and dig this out. You feel like if you move the box, you do also in the sergeant's chambers, you find some keys that you think will fit the lock on the chains on this part back here. And of course, with the crowbar you find, you can easily pry the boards off if that's what you all want to do. Would you say that that's what you guys want to do? All right.
Yes.
Yeah.
You all
Let's
make your way. I'm just going to say that, with a lot of effort from everybody, moving this big, heavy, filled-in box, prying off the boards, unlocking the keys, you all are now standing before this basement entrance, ready to go down into the darkness of the basement. And I'm going to, real quick, I don't know if you can hear the pitter patter of my feet running
Yes.
as I scamper about to get tools.
Spooky.
Something knocked us back.
Not perfect. I knocked everybody over.
Force.
All
I
right.
wonder what it could be.
I'm effectively using the same space.
While you do that, Yawn's gonna go relieve him.
Okay. I'm just gonna, this time though, so there's 4 additional beds in this lower, what's they call the lower barracks. Or no, 4 additional beds. We'll just make these beds. So the stairs effectively come out. There's a door, and then of course there's stairs that come down here.
Sorry.
Oh, you're good. Same party order?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I'll have you guys kind of come down like this. You all come down the stairs and into the chamber. In the back room, do you bring the torch with you and toss it down into the place to give yourself some light?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, sounds like a good idea.
Mhm.
Yeah. We'll say that you guys have tossed it down here. entering. The music went spooky. It's perfect. You guys are now entering the basement, the dark, dank basement under the haunted, forgotten watchtower. I guess you can call it the Forbidden Watchtower now if you want. And you notice that there are 4 corpses lying in the beds. And one other thing that only Enara notices because of her very long, dark vision. I'm just gonna draw this. No.
I got that 2020.
Yeah. You notice what looks like. I'm gonna wait for. I don't want him to miss out on the spooky moment.
Spooky.
Spooky.
This music is
You scary skeleton.
Here he comes. Get him back. He's back.
You bet.
Yeah.
I guess you had your headphones. You would have heard us anyway, huh?
Yeah.
Let's see.
It's true. I go to my local optometrist.
And yeah, I guess I'll just use.
Turn on the AC.
Perfect. All right.
Okay. What is that? I'm just kidding.
The act.
An act?
The act.
An armor class? What?
Oh my god. I got confused and I thought I saw Stormy come from noforn's camera and I was like
Surprise, we're neighbors. I made an overnight move to a
As
completely
you
different
guys
state.
creep your way down the stairs and stand in the chamber, the first thing Enara notices at the very end, in the office / bed chamber of the captain at the end of the chamber, you see sitting at the desk in his chair, sort of looking down at the desk. It looks like a very, very, very like white sheet, pale-faced man
Ugh.
who's just looking down at the desk. And you all see corpses in the 4 beds.
Ew.
And before you even can start to step forward or do anything further, you all immediately get a shiver down your spine, and you feel this presence of darkness and corruption. And the man sitting at the desk, obviously he's wearing a more advanced kind of, it looks like he's wearing, captain's, or not captain, I keep calling him captain, but he's a lieutenant. He's the lieutenant in charge. The lieutenant, his head actually moved, like he looks kind of like a corpse who's just sitting in his desk, but he's actually kind of got this white, pale skin. But then you realize that his nose is rotted off, and that some of his lips have rotted off. And he is wearing a partial helm and armor, and his head kind of cracks as he looks up at you, and his eyes begin to glow a bright green. And he says, "So someone has finally come. The master will be happy.
Ew.
Come join me, my minions. And with that, the corpses on the beds also start to rise, and their eyes turn green. And this is what the guy looks like.
Ooh,
Ugh.
spooky.
I don't like this.
No, heebie-jeebies.
And we're rolling initiative.
Okay.
Who idea was this?
Say again?
Hours.
Oh man.
As a
All right,
team.
Enara, what did you get?
11.
Krinoa.
21.
Nice this time. Leora. Leoro.
Wait, do it?
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to add the
Yeah.
my initiative, so I got a 14. So sorry.
Oh,
about that.
okay. You got a 14. All right.
Yes, sorry.
So it's remember you're rolling Leoro, you're rolling a d20 and you add your initiative modifier, which is right next to your AC.
Total, I got 17.
17. Nice. Yawn.
18.
You roll for Culver. And
Oh, we gonna die. We gonna die.
Snap out of it.
I am back.
Glad I could help.
okay. Wow, you guys rolled way hotter this time. That's good. Krinoa, you're first. You're up first. The zombies are rising from their beds, and the creature before you. This isn't an exact. Let me see if I can zoom in so that you can get a picture of it. Yeah. I don't want to. So this isn't exact because it's more like the thing that I showed you, but it's similar to this. This guy also has a shield, which the picture does not have. But he's got the pale white skin and his eyes. These guys are glowing green instead of red in the picture. But definitely, and he spoke to you, so obviously it's much more intelligent. I'm gonna let you roll me a religion check to see if you know what this thing is.
Okay.
You got this, blah blah.
You're rolling this one at disadvantage because this is a rare type of undead creature, and you're not super experienced yet.
Oh, God. So I got a 2 and then +6 for my religion, so an 8.
Yeah, you don't know what sort of creature this thing is. It's terrifying. It's got the rotting, kind of white hair coming from underneath the helm, and the gaunt, pale white skin, clenched tightly around the skull-like face with no nose or lips.
Ew.
And it's loaded for bear. It's got a shield and weapon in hand that it picks up off the desks, like it's in it, ready to go. Of course, you have the zombies that are suddenly almost surrounding you guys to the left and to the right. So, what do you do?
I would like to proceed with using my channel divinity, if possible.
Yes, you can. And I believe now that's a 30-foot radius, I believe, correct?
Yes.
So you know from where you're standing that you will not hit the lieutenant. We'll keep calling him the captain. We'll say he's the captain of this tower. You know that you will not hit the captain from here. The only way you're gonna hit the captain is if you move up to the middle of the room, about where you guys threw the torch. Let me see here.
So
Do you want to move up, just past the torch, and then present your holy symbol?
Yes.
She moves up, presents her holy symbol, and all right. What on earth are you guys doing? Oh, for crying out loud. There it is. As an action, you present your holy symbol and speak a prayer, censoring the undead. Each undead that you can see or hear within 30 feet of you must make a wisdom saving throw. All right. So we're gonna do. I'm gonna let you pick. I'm gonna be rolling individually for the 4 zombies. They're obviously gonna be 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then of course the white, he's his own thing. I just gave it away. Sorry. The captain.
What? You mean the color of his face?
Rain Wilson.
Wyatt family?
Oh, so I guess technically the people who have history can roll. Like if you have history, you can roll as a straight roll. If you don't have it, you can roll at disadvantage. You might still get it. So
I got 16 total.
what did Enara get?
A 5.
Okay. Yeah, you're still not quite sure what sort of undead this is. It looks scarier than your typical zombie or skeleton, and it's definitely different than the ghouls. And it's intelligent, which makes it even more scarier. So who do you want me to? You want me to roll for the zombies first? Or you want me to roll for the white first? I keep doing it for the captain.
The captain, sure.
All right. And the DC is what again?
That's the spell saving DC, right? Or spell save DC?
Yes. What is your spell save DC?
Okay. 14.
Wow. Unfortunately, I rolled a natural 20 for the captain. Now, I'm going to just do the zombies in order. Here we go. Zombie 1. Come on, that was a cocked die. Zombie 1. All right. If you're going to keep talking, die. Zombie 1. Rolled a natural 17.
Oh my goodness.
Zombie 2 rolled a natural 19.
What is happening? Girl,
Revenge!
Gosh.
Okay.
Zombie 3 rolled a natural 16. And Zombie 4 rolled a natural 15. I'm
it is
sorry.
totally.
Wow. That
Oh,
was
man.
that was I'm sorry. The dice gods were not happy with you for some reason in that moment.
Oh.
I know, rigged. I was thinking the same thing.
Swim on
All right.
by.
I even rolled different dice to give you guys extra potential. I rolled different dice, but yeah. So unfortunately, this time her channel divinity, maybe there's something about the evil of this place, but yeah.
Too evil.
Here, I'll put them on the sides. All right. Next initiative order is going to be Corporal Culver, believe it or not. He's going to be like, "Oh, What are all these things? No! He's gonna move up and slash at this one. More of these nasties. I can deal with them. And he actually gets a hit on that zombie, number 2. And is this a D8? 7. All right. That was Culver. Yawn, you're up next.
Which one did he hit?
So Corporal Culver moved over here and is engaged this one.
Okay. Do I have room to also engage that one?
There's one right here. You'd have to jump up on the bed. You could, but then there's also this one right here. There's one right over here, standing next to.
Okay. I'll take the one on the right.
You want to go this way?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, make your attacks, sir.
Let's do this. Okay, rolling. And
I'm pretty sure.
I got it.
So zombies have terrible AC. I'm pretty sure you just need to not roll a 1.
Oh, okay. Well, okay.
And then roll me your second attack if you didn't roll a 1 on that first one. Because you have a +6, right? So if you roll a 2, their AC is an 8. So, yeah. Zombies are slow and easy to hit. They just, yeah.
I rolled both 7s. And then
Perfect.
+6 on
All
that,
right.
so... Perfect.
So now roll me 2d6 + 8.
So I got 4 for both.
All right. So that's going to be 8 + 8 is 16 points of damage to zombie number 1.
Nicely done.
Very nice. Next we have Leoro.
So I'm gonna preemptively cast Shillelagh.
Right, as a bonus action, you cast Shillelagh. Gotcha.
And and then I'm also gonna cast Entangle, and I'm gonna put it the edge right where those last 2 zombies are in the back, up to where the captain is.
Like here?
Yeah.
Sorry, that's just fun to say.
Shillelagh.
Lele.
All right.
And I think that ends my turn, right?
Yeah. Unless you want to move.
I think I'll stay there for now.
Okay. I'll have them roll their saves on their turn.
Okay.
When they're actually doing something. So that was Leoro 17, and it's now the captain's turn. So it is going to roll. What's the spell save DC of your entangle?
Is it just my regular spell save DC?
Yep.
14.
Okay. Well, it's a decent roll. Is it going to be enough? Yep, just barely enough. Unfortunately, the captain is not entangled, but he's still slowed down. So, 5, 10, 15, and then he's gonna use his, basically since he has no attack, he's gonna use the dash action to move another 5, 10, and he's effectively like right at the edge. But he can't attack because he had to use effectively he used up his attack action to make a second move, but he can only, when he's in the entangle, he can only move 15 feet at a time. And so he was able to close the distance with Krinoa. And he is done, and now we're to Enara.
Okay. See. I think I'll move up just a little bit.
You mean like 5 feet or 10 feet?
10 feet's fine. Yeah.
Okay.
And am I able to try to attack the captain?
With a ranged effect, sure.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'll try to do that and with Firebolt.
Okay, cast Firebolt at the creepy white-skinned. I keep calling him a white. You guys know he's a white. In fact, I'm gonna say on Krinoa's turn, it dawns on her now that he's up close and personal in her face, it dawns on her what this thing is.
I rolled a 10 and my spell attack bonus is 6, so 16.
16 is
Great.
just barely gonna hit.
Incredible. Pew pew.
Roll me your damage, please.
And damage is 6. Okay. I got a 4.
Your damage is a D10, right, for Firebolt, or is it a D8? I always forget.
I think it is a D10. Yeah, I do remember that. Okay, so I'll do that. I got a 7.
Okay. Not bad. You burned the captain for 7 points of damage.
Nice job.
He has taken notice
Very
of you.
nice.
Thank you.
And now that is the zombie's turn. This zombie is partially in the entangle, but it's just gonna sort of turn and attack Krinoa. This one is gonna come over here and attack. So we got two attacks on Yawn, one attack on Krinoa, and then one attack on Corporal Culver. The zombie on Corporal Culver, wow, that gets a good slam on him. Corporal Culver gets hit for 7 damage.
Dang.
Poor Corporal.
Purple tunnel.
And then the two zombies on, you said your AC is 16, right? Yawn?
Yes.
All right, one zombie misses, and the other zombie gets exact 16 to hit you.
Ooh.
Oh.
For a total of 5 points of bludgeoning damage. So, Yawn, you get hit for 5 from one of the zombies. And now the
Ouch.
zombie on Krinoa. Krinoa, your AC is what, an 18?
18.
That's a natural 19, so you also get hit by a zombie for 2 points of damage. And that's the bottom round. Top of the round is back to you, Krinoa. There is you realize it dawns on you, oh crap, I put myself in a bad spot. The captain is a white. So white is a particularly nasty form of undead that comes from corrupt places and corrupt situations. They're wholly evil. They basically have a hatred for the living and want to kill and corrupt living beings and turn them into zombies or whites. And something happened to him to turn him into this thing. And they're nasty. The thing about whites is, they have multi-attack and they can drain your life as well.
How fun. Let's see. Can I use my feet shield master to shove him back?
Is that what Shield Master lets you do?
So it says attack allows to shove, shield bonus to dexterity saving throws against spells, no half damage on successful saving throws. I believe.
Here, I'll just. What's it called again?
Shield Master.
Shield Master.
It's like use a bonus action to try to shove a creature within.
Yeah, so you can do. That's a bonus action. You can actually whack it with your hammer first, and then use your shield to try and shove it back 5 feet if you want.
Okay, great. Yeah, so I'll do that. I'll attack it with my Morning Star.
Right. Oh, I said hammer, but Morning Star. Yeah. Bonk it with your Morning Star. Roll me an attack roll.
Bonk.
Okay. So that's 2d8s. I got an 8 and a 4, so that's 12.
12 total to hit?
Yeah, and then it's...
All right. Wait,
so
8 and a 4. So I'm pretty sure your attack is... Oh yeah, it's your strength plus your proficiency, right? And your strength is only a... What's your strength modifier?
+3.
So shouldn't you have a +5 to your...
Oh, I do see. Yeah, I do see a 5 attack bonus. So.
All right, so you should be adding 5 to the die roll. What would that total be again?
So that would be 17 +3.
Oh, you rolled a natural 17?
No. What? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm doing the D8 before I do the 20. My bad.
Oh, yeah, you didn't hit yet. You got to roll the
Didn't
attack.
hit it. I was like, I skipped a step. So I got a 14. I got a 14.
14 total to hit?
Yes.
Okay, that doesn't hit. He basically glances you glance off of his shield.
Okay.
And but now you can still try your bonus action shove. So
okay. So that is also a d20.
Well, actually, I guess
I
misread it. I guess you have to use your attack action on your turn to shove a creature within 5 feet of you with your shield. All right, so you didn't actually try and attack with your bonk. Now I got to look up the shove action. I haven't seen someone use this before, at least in 5e, so that's pretty cool. So you can either do two things. You can either knock it prone or push it away by 5 feet. Which one do you want to do?
What does knock it prone do?
Prone means it basically falls down on the ground, and then anybody who gets within melee range of it has advantage on their attacks. Yeah, honestly.
I guess I'll try that.
All right. Say again.
I'll try the knocking it prone.
Yeah.
I guess.
So the thing is, I'm seeing the Shield Master. You still have to make the an attack roll. Unfortunately, you didn't actually. You didn't succeed. So it gets kind of shoved back, but it doesn't actually make a difference. It doesn't move at all.
Rats.
Yeah. Any bonus actions from you?
For now. Those would be like cantrips again, right? For the bonus action.
Not necessarily. So, like a bonus action would be like a healing word spell. It says in its descriptor that it's a bonus action. I don't know if you have really too many bonus actions that you can do. So, if you don't want to do a healing word, then you don't really have anything else.
I do have healing word, sanctuary, and shield of faith.
Are those?
I guess
bonus
healing
actions?
word. Yes. In the
Did you want to do
first level.
do any of those?
Yes. Could I do
Okay.
healing word on Yawn?
By the way, just stopping you real quick, since you guys are new and everything, Shield of Faith is actually really good because it gives you an additional 2 AC on whoever you put the shield on. You can put it on yourself. You can put it on Yawn. You can put it on anybody. Right now,
And
you're the
so-
one engaged by the white, so it's up to you though.
Yeah. So so the duration is concentration. So basically, if I get hit though, it breaks it instantly, right?
No, if you get hit,
Or-
you get to roll a concentration check, and if
Oh.
the save DC is equal to the, I think it's like 10 plus the damage that you take, or 8 plus the damage you take, something like that. So you don't necessarily break the concentration. It's still a good spell to have. Like frequently, it can make all the difference in the world in combat. Just as a free advice, it might be better and save him more health than just a healing word for now.
To grant him shield of faith, basically.
Either him or
Or-
yourself, whichever one you want to do.
Okay. I have a higher AC, so I feel like it might be better to
Okay,
give it to
so
him.
you want to cast Shield of Faith on Yawn. Yawn, your AC is now an 18 instead of 16, at least while she has concentration on the spell. All right.
Damn.
Now
Thank you.
that Krinoa's done, let's go to Culver. Corporal Culver's going to take a swing at the zombie again and connect because he didn't roll 1. Ooh, look at that. That's max damage on zombie number 2.
Yay.
It's still up, but he's putting some hurt on it. Next is Yawn.
Oh, it's me.
So you currently have 2 zombies engaging you, but you also see Krinoa is engaged by a zombie and the scary looking captain.
I can't really move away because
If you move away and take an action, then anybody you leave a threatened square of will get an attack of opportunity on you.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna keep attacking the
Okay,
same
you wanna
person
do-
that I attacked.
You want to do 2 attacks on the zombie 1 that you've already hurt pretty bad, or do you want to do 1 attack on him and 1 attack on number 4?
1 attack on him and 1 attack on number 4.
All right. Roll me those d20s and don't roll 1s.
All right, I rolled a 4 and a 16, so
All right.
I'm good.
So
to
roll
go.
me your d6 plus 4 on zombie number 1.
I rolled 2 2s.
So 4 and 6 is 6. So zombie number 1, you did 6 points of damage. But it failed its save. So you actually, not its save. Remember how zombies have that pop-up thing? You scratch zombie number 1 is destroyed.
Nice.
Zombie number 4 takes how much damage?
The same. I rolled 2 2s.
So, okay. rolled 2 2s. You should be rolling a single d6, right? Oh, Isaac saying you rolled. Yeah. So 6 points damage. Yeah. Thank you. All right.
Sorry.
Yawn. I forget. Yip Yip. He's not animal companion territory yet, right? Okay, thought so. All right. Leoro, you're up next, sir.
You. So I'm gonna. Can I run up to the captain? In between.
So technically, she's here. I'm gonna move the torch over side. So yeah, you could running up. I suppose you could. So 5, 10, 15, 20. There is room in between Krinoa and the zombie to engage the captain if you want to.
Just don't hit your nuts.
Especially with the shillelagh.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna just do a bludgeoning attack on the captain with the shillelagh.
Right. I believe that it uses your spell attack modifier for your attack instead, right? So it's going to be you're going to roll a 6 added to the d20 that you roll.
Okay. Oh, I got 14 plus 6, so I got a 20 total.
20 total is definitely going to hit the captain, the white-skinned captain. What the white. We'll just call him a white from now on. We'll say Krinoa yelled out, "It's a white!" All right. So roll me. I believe it's what a D. So are you using a shield, or are you? I forget. Is your character using a shield or not?
I think he. Let me check my inventory. Oh, I do have a shield. Yes, I do.
Okay, so then that means you're going to be using the staff one-handed, so that should make it. But I think that the shillelagh spell makes it an automatic D8 damage, correct?
Mm-hmm. 1d8.
I think it's D8 plus your spell attack modifier, or plus your
spell casting. I think.
What is
that? What it is? Spell casting ability plus 4.
Yeah. All right. So it's a D8 plus 4. Roll that damage against the captain.
2 plus 4, I got 6.
All right. And next is gonna be unless you had any other stuff you want to do. Is there any other?
No, I don't think I have anything.
Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. That was Leora's turn. It's the captain's turn. He swings his longsword twice against the. Actually, he's going to swing the longsword once against each of you. Once against the druid and once against the cleric. Both of you just brought the divine magic stuff, and he's not having it. He's irritated by this. So first attack against Krinoa. He swishes over your head. His second attack against Leoro. What's your AC, Leoro?
14. Oh wait. 17. Sorry.
Gotcha. He got a total of an 18, so that's gonna hit.
Ouch.
I need you to roll me a Constitution saving throw. You feel that your life force is being drained by this hit. So you are going to take 6 points of necrotic damage from the attack. But you're also feeling like your life force might be drained. So roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Is that just a D20 plus the Constitution modifier?
Correct. Unless for druids, is Constitution one of your main 2 saving throws with a little dot next to it?
No.
Okay. Then yeah, it's just the con modifier plus whatever you roll on a d20.
18 plus 1, so I got 19.
Nice. All right. So you succeeded on your saving throw and didn't have... What would have happened is with the life drain, your hit point maximum would have been reduced by the amount of damage you just hit. So meaning that if somebody tried to heal you, they can't really heal you up to where you were before. your new maximum is now lower. But that didn't happen. You didn't get drained. And that can't, by the way, it's not a permanent thing. If you rest, it wears off. But it also means it's super hard, like for healers to save you in the middle of combat. Luckily, you saved. All right, but you still took the damage, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
6, right?
All right, yes. So the white is done, and next is going to be Enara.
Could I do magic missile and split it? Great.
Absolutely.
Okay.
It can hit 3 different targets.
Oh, okay. One of each then.
Okay,
Nice,
so
good
well,
red.
there's 4 targets. I'm assuming you want to hit the 2 zombies. Well, I don't know. Like, who do you
I
want to hit?
wanna-
Because the one over
wanna-
here has been hit a couple of times already.
Yes.
The captain has been hit. This guy has not been hit, and this guy has been hit. So,
Okay. I'll hit the one close to the corporal, so number 2.
okay,
The captain,
okay.
and the one that has not been hit.
Okay, gotcha. Roll me a d4 plus 1 for this one.
I got a 4, so
5
plus
total.
1. Yep, 5.
5 total. It rolls its saving throw and fails. Scratch zombie number 2.
Nice.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
And then roll me
Nice.
for zombie number 4.
Okay, so another D4 then.
Yeah, d4 plus 1.
I got a 5.
Oh, I'm sorry. You said you were attacking one has not been hit, so it's number 3. You got a 5. Okay, so 5. That puts it down to that. All right. And then now finally the captain, the white.
Okay, so another one. Okay. Oh, I got a 2, so 3.
3. All right. Gotcha. He seems a lot tougher. He's still up after all the hits that he's taken. All right. Well done, Enara. And next is going to be the zombies. The last 2 zombies. So zombie 3 is going to attack Krinoa. They're simple creatures. Wow, that's actually gonna connect. Roll a natural 18. And the zombie attacking.
Look at that sad face.
Yeah. All right, the zombie. Man, what's with these dice tonight? They really want to make you guys have a really scary time. I rolled a natural 20 against Yawn from zombie number 4.
What are you doing to us?
I don't know what's going on. So that means
Oh,
that. So Yawn, you are going to take
death.
10 points of damage.
10.
10 from the crit. And Krinoa, you take 3 points of damage from being hit.
Damn.
Ouch.
All right. So that was the lucky zombies. They didn't get turned, and they're hitting like crazy. It's not like it's easy for zombies to hit. All right. That was the bottom of the round. So now the top of the round is Krinoa. Yeah, that's you, Tantan. Oh, you're muted.
Oh, I think her internet. Oh, yours.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, sorry, my internet was being funky there for like a good minute. I think I'm ish.
You're a little choppy. As long as
Okay.
you can hear us, just proceed. It's your turn.
Worst case scenario, I'll put something in the chat, but I think I'll try what I did last time again. So I'll just try hitting with my Morning Star. At the
Okay, instead
captain.
of trying to shove it, this time you're going to actually try and hit it with the Morning Star. Do you have any other spells or anything that you can do? or you fresh out?
I use.
Not I mean bonus action spells like actual regular first level spells.
I mean, I have Guiding Bolt, but that's a better like long range, right? Since he's right up in.
Yeah, but you can
my
technically
face.
still use it right up in front of him if you want. Like technically there's some rules regarding that. I'm gonna have you just roll a concentration check, which is just a roll. If you decide you want to do Guiding Bolt in front of him, you can. You just roll a concentration check. It's not okay. So first of all, roll a concentration check. It's basically just like a Constitution saving throw.
Okay, and that would just be a D20.
D20 plus your Constitution modifier. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And if your saving throw is a Constitution saving throw, then you get to add your proficiency too. But
Okay, I got a 20, natural 20.
Wow. Okay, so you automatically
And-
succeed. So
Nice.
roll me your spell attack with the Guiding Bolt.
Okay. Guiding Bolt. Sorry, I'm looking up the.
That's impressive.
So would I roll a D6? Because it's
So you
46
first have to
radiant damage?
remember it's an attack roll. So you have to roll a d20 plus your spell attack modifier, which I believe is a 6. So you roll a d20 and add 6.
yes. Okay.
And I'm going to
that's
say you get
26?
to roll at advantage because you're like at point blank range,
Okay.
and you made your concentrate. Technically, I think the actual rules of 5e is that you roll, if you're in melee, you roll at disadvantage. But Garl Glitter Gold is supporting you right now.
Okay. So we rolled the d20 and then the +6 with the spell attack bonus, so that's 26.
No, the first
What do I
the d20 you rolled before was the concentration check to see if you concentrate
Oh, okay.
and keep your concentration to cast it without casting an advantage. So now you still have to roll an attack. Roll a d20 and add 6.
Okay. I got a 20.
You
Again?
rolled another 20?
Nice.
Yes.
Wow.
20.
All right, so nat 20
6.
is a critical. And the way criticals work is the way I do criticals is you take the damage die, you maximize them. And then you roll the damage die, and whatever you roll, you add to the maximized die. I believe a Guiding Bolt is a 4d6 radiant damage. So 4d6 is 24 points of damage. And then I need you to roll 4d6. And we're going to add that to the 24.
Dang.
So 46 total is 16.
So 16 plus 24 is 40. So you guys see her go Kamehameha with the Guiding Bolt right in front of her point blank. And the light blasts just this Guiding Bolt, the globe of radiant energy blasts out of her arms and literally blasts completely through the White's chest, splitting him in half as the green light of his eyes instantly fades and he crumbles into pieces.
Oh my god.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Incredible.
In the name of Garl Glitter Gold, I punish you.
And now if you want a bonus
Yeah.
action healing word somebody, you can.
Sure. Can I heal Yawn? I think he got a little bit.
Yeah, Yawn's pretty effed up right now, so if you want to go ahead and... So
would
I
like
believe
to
healing
heal.
word is a d4 plus your modifier, correct?
Yes, I think so.
What?
Healing word.
Allah,
Yes.
Allah. Why didn't you start off with that?
Well, I gotta prioritize attacking what's in front of me first before I can heal you. I'm sorry, Yawn.
Just working
No,
her
not
way
the
up
healing.
it.
Yeah, start off with that. Blast everyone.
I'm still learning the ways of effective combat. My apologies. You're alive now. Okay. What do I need to roll?
Roll a d4 and add your spellcasting modifier, and that's how much healing you give to him.
All right. 4. Spellcast modifier. That's the spell attack bonus, correct?
No,
Or
just
is
like,
that
for
spellcasting
example,
ability?
you're using wisdom, which is, I believe, is a 4, so you add 4 to...
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
You don't add
So
the
that would be
proficiency,
8.
So you rolled a 4,
Got it.
and you got so you gave him 8 hit points back.
Mhm.
All right.
Hello.
And something happens with the zombies. The green light in their eyes fades. They're still up and about, but they're kind of disoriented and they're not as aggressive now. Suddenly, go ahead and so Krinoa's done. Culver is going to. I'm gonna roll it and see what he does. Oh wow, that's really low. He was gonna try and be all acrobatic and go running and leap over the beds to get in over here to this zombie, but instead he falls down in between.
Oh no.
I rolled really low. He clumsily falls in between the two beds, and he's done. Yawn, you're up next.
I'm so inspired.
Yeah. Just stay there.
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 Do I still have that zombie next to me?
Yes.
Okay, so we're going to do the attacks.
Attack. No, don't roll ones. You
Yeah.
should be good to go.
Big attack. I did not roll a 1.
Okay.
Rolling my 6 die.
You did 2 attacks already, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And both attacks hit? Okay. So yeah, roll the 2d6 and add 8.
So it is. I did a 10 and a 9 total.
Wow. Nice. Let me
Okay.
roll. You hit it enough damage and he rolled crappy. That's another zombie scratched.
Huzzah.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
Split his skull
Goodbye,
in two. And did you want to move? If you move up to engage this one, you'll get caught up in his entangle.
I think I won't move just to let them do their thing.
Okay. It is now Leoro's turn. Your entangle. There's only one enemy left. Do you want to drop the entangle?
I can drop it without using an action, right?
Yeah, you can just choose to drop it.
Yeah, I'll drop it.
Okay. And now what do you want to do?
I'm going to
You want to move
Just
up
gonna
to
walk up
engage
to
this guy?
to engage, and then I'll roll my, I think 1d8 plus 4.
Well, yeah, you want to attack
Oh, the
first, right? You're
D20.
trying to hit with a shillelagh?
Yeah.
So
that's
don't
right.
forget, you have to make the attack roll first. So it's a d20 plus your spell attack modifier.
Oh,
was a
so,
shillelagh.
total I got 16.
16 hits the zombie easily. Roll me your damage. It's a d8 plus 4, I believe.
Total I got 10.
Nice. Okay, the zombie is just messed up. Leoro's done. Enara.
Gonna attempt to. It's only the white that's left, right?
No, the white was killed, annihilated
Oh,
by the
just
guiding
kidding.
bolt. He was the one
That's
who
right,
was
that's right.
Kamehameha. So there's only the one
Right,
zombie
right.
left.
Okay. I'll do a firebolt to the zombie.
Roll it. Roll that attack. D20 plus your spell.
Okay. I got an 18.
18 hits. Roll me your
Yes.
damage, please.
My damage is a 10.
Nice.
Mhm.
And it's saving
Let's
throw.
go.
Wow, they all when it mattered for the zombies, they all failed their little pop-up thing. They all died. You have annihilated the creatures. The boss fight of this watchtower with a mighty radiant Garl glitter gold blast to the face, well, to the chest. And you all did good tearing up the zombies. And I'm just gonna, since we're getting close to wrap up time, I'm gonna sort of exposition what comes next, if that's all right with you guys. You all breathe a sigh of relief after having defeated the undead corruption tainting this place. But you still sense like an overwhelming kind of aura of unhollowness, especially the druid and the cleric. And so of course you search the place. And I'll say that while searching, you end up finding in one of the chests, one of the zombies' chests, not his chest, but the bed chest, a very nice sword. Sorry. And then, of course, searching the captain's quarters, not only you find, of course, you find some scrolls, you find a chest of gold and gems. You also find that his shield is remarkably nice. Like, the sword that you find in the chest is in pristine shape, looks above average, like master crafted. Same thing with the shield that he was using. But you also, more importantly, hidden in the desk, you find a journal, and wrapped in a black sackcloth, without looking at it, you see sitting in one of the drawers. As you pull open the drawer, you get this sense of almost nausea, and it looks like a round shape in this black sackcloth. And you notice that the wood of the drawer underneath into the side of it looks almost slightly burned, as if it was slowly heating it or something. And before I exposition further, what do you guys, you find the journal, and I'll just say, I'll exposition this. You flip through the journal and find he talks about how he had his men give him the green orb. In his studying it, he couldn't figure it out. But he felt it felt off and wrong. And he made sure he told them not to touch it. And he found a special black sackcloth that he had been, holding his gems, and he wrapped it in it. And he decided to tell everybody not to touch it. But then, and this was like a progression over several days. And then he said he was having weird dreams, nightmares. And then he found that he was drawn to investigate the orb further. Like, he felt like it meant something important. And he, after a while, he indicated that he started to study it, and it started to whisper to him, and it told him of great power and how he could change the world. And it effectively, you could tell from the way the writing of his journal goes, it just continuously seduced him. And ultimately he even came to start communicating with it over basically a week's period of time. And towards the end of it, he even named it. He called it, if you guys want to make a note of this for any potential future, he called it the Rondure, which is Rondure, the Rondure of Therisdun. And that's THARIZDUN. And all of you have heard, well, except for Yawn. Yawn has not heard of this. Actually, probably since she grew up as a gray elf in the Underdark, I would say that Enara may not have heard of this either. But for sure, it's a common ancient mythology that actually, I would say even Enara knows this. Just Yawn wouldn't know this, having grown up in the forest. But the bottom line is Therisdun is a mythological dark god, the god of madness and betrayal and despondency and shadow. Effectively, Therisdun is the ultimate evil deity beyond, like, he's sort of like, imagine a Cthulhu-like person, but as a person instead, as a human instead of, an octopus creature, right? This guy is the embodiment of that kind of vile evil. And you even remember, Krinoa remembers stories of Therisdun having grown to such great power long ago that multiple deities, even some of the other evil deities, teamed up with the neutral and good deities to imprison Therisdun long ago because of how powerful he'd become and how destructive he'd become to this universe. And but you've never heard anything about any kind of artifact called a Rondure. You're not really sure what it is. It's similar to like a Palantir, except it's not designed to actually look at anything, right? But at any rate, you all, you recognize that this thing is terrifying enough that you need to get it back to the captain and to people in authority, or something else. You can make other decisions. But the bottom line is, you find it, and the journal names what it is, and it becomes obvious that it literally killed these men and turned them into these undead creatures. And it first, based upon all of the different things that you've read, you realize that it probably literally killed the captain and then brought him back as a wight. And you also realized that it had the soldiers fighting each other, and that every time one would die or get injured, they would get corrupted and turned into an undead thing. And some of the vilest of them turned into ghouls. The rest were just hollow zombie followers of the White. But this is a big deal, way, way bigger and above you guys' pay grade, enough that you want to do something about it. I'll let you guys decide what you want to do, and that's where we're at. You're standing there before this drawer with this orb of evil, this green glowing orb of evil. In fact, now that you're all standing there looking at it, you notice something you didn't notice when you just opened the drawer, and that's that the orb is starting to glow, and it's glowing bright enough that it's starting to shine through the black sackcloth. What do you do?
Destroy it.
Can we?
Is that even possible? Something this
I'm gonna have
powerful?
Enara roll me an arcane knowledge check, or her arcana
Okay.
check. And honestly, I'll also let Leoro roll a history check because he's being a trader. He would have learned a few things about magic items and stuff.
I got 22.
Gotcha. And Leoro?
I got
Sorry, 23.
I got 11 total.
Okay. Leoro, you're not sure, but Enara, you have a flash of memory and insight, remembering that there are some magical items so powerful that they're called artifacts. And if this thing is indeed an artifact, you guys don't have the capacity to destroy it. In fact, you're kind of terrified of any of you touching it, let alone trying to damage it. Do you share that with the party?
Yes. Based on my previous studies and what I've heard growing up, we really shouldn't touch this, you guys. We should all just take a step back, actually, before we make any decision. And we are not able to destroy it just ourselves either. This is really strong and powerful and extremely dangerous.
Maybe we should go back and report what we found to let whoever can deal with this. But I see now why this has been boarded up.
Corporal Culver chimes in and says, well, it seems like there was such terrible things happening here that the surviving soldiers tried to board things up and stop everything, but somehow in the end they weren't able to. He says, I'm not comfortable touching it, of course, but I definitely think we need to take it back, because if we leave it here and someone else, maybe someone from across the border, one of our enemies, or even just a random peasant happens to come by, that would be on us. The thing is, how are we going to transport it? I don't want to touch it, and I don't want any of you to touch it either. What you all think?
And we asked Maury if he could carry it? Would anything happen? Would anything happen to him?
Make Amari eat.
Great question.
That's Amari.
So Mari, as you say this out loud, he pipes his little eyes up out from behind. And then you see his mouth moving. What? You want me to eat what?
The fleshy flesh. Eat.
Yes, the rondure of Tarzan.
That's what I said. Fleshy flesh.
Wow, that thing doesn't look like it tastes so good. So you don't want me to eat it, you just want me to store it like your other junk?
Yes, but I want to make sure that nothing will happen to you and that you'll be safe, of course, Maury.
Store my junk.
So he crawls off your back and goes over and looks in it. And you can see him like shape a nose and reach over and sniff at it. Oh, hell no, I ain't touching that. he runs back and climbs back up on your back again.
It would seem we have reached an impasse.
Yes, thank you for even checking, Maury. We understand. We wouldn't want to put you in danger since you're our friend now.
So, Corporal Culver says, what if we, it is round, what if we get like one of our regular traveling sacks and sort of kind of scoop it up in it without touching it?
We could do that, and then once it's in a sack, we'll put it in another one.
I'm all for that. That sounds like a plan to me, of course.
Okay.
Yeah, double wrap it.
And then from there, we got to head back as quickly as possible, right?
Yes.
Agreed.
Mustn't
Okay.
waste any time.
All right, so, then from the rest of this, I'm just going to do the last bit of exposition of story to wrap things up. You guys accomplished your mission and now have a sense of urgency to get back as quickly as possible. Of course, you can't, it's going to take several days, but, if you go back the way you came, you should be able to, you move quickly and you maybe travel a little bit into the night and only rest shorter periods of time. You might become exhausted, but you can get it done a little bit quicker. Regardless, though, there are going to be nights you're going to have to camp out. You spend effectively several nights traveling as quickly as possible, and each night that you are all together with this thing in your presence, some of you just don't sleep well. Some of you have bad dreams. And then finally on the very final night where that you're going to be resting and you're all kind of already exhausted a little bit from traveling extra hard, and you're in the, not truly exhausted, but you're in the state of the first level of effects of exhaustion, which is minor. That night you all camp down, and of course, ever the pep talk person, Corporal Culver is like, we can do this, we're almost there. It would be good to be free of this thing tomorrow. Hopefully the Captain Throm will know exactly who to take this to, and they'll know who to take it to, and then they can get rid of it somehow. Of course, that's above our pay grade. I just want you all to know I'm proud of you all for all of this you've done. We've done remarkable here. Faced some terrible, horrible things I never want to remember again. And I'm grateful to you all. And it's been a pleasure to wander with you all. That night, you all uneasily during your watches watch over the group, and you all, each night, you've always taken the backpack that you put it in. It's already in a black sackcloth. You put it in another bag, and you put that bag in a backpack. And each person would take turns kind of carrying it out, holding it out like this, because no one wanted to put it on their back. And so eventually, each night by the campfire, you'd set it in front of the campfire. This last night, though, I'm going to have first Yawn during your watch. You're the first watch. During your watch, I need you to roll me a Constitution saving throw. Wait, actually, what's your best saving throw?
Strength.
Okay, roll me a strength saving throw at advantage.
When you say advantage, 2 dice?
Right, do 2d20 and pick the best one.
A natural 20.
Nice, perfect timing. All right, second watch, Leoro and Enara. Both of you roll me your best saving throw.
At advantage?
At advantage, yes.
$17.
Okay.
8.
At advantage, you got an 8?
8 total, yeah. I rolled a 2 and a 4.
Okay.
Doomed.
During you guys' watch, during you guys' watch, Enara and Leoro, you notice he's been staring at the bag quite a bit. And he looks in Leoro, you're feeling insanely curious about the thing. You feel like, nah, maybe they're wrong. Maybe we can destroy it. And you see him start to walk over to reach out and touch it. What do you do, Enara?
Hey, what are you doing there, huh? Getting kind of close there. Maybe we can talk about this, before we step any closer.
So. And that still hurts, so I think this might be the only solution to help me.
No, I think there are other solutions.
So, roll me another saving throw, your best saving throw at advantage, now that she's kind of giving you a pause.
Okay. I got 21 total.
Nice. You all kind of keep it to yourselves what happened, and you know, head to your bed. And the next watch is Krinoa. Krinoa, roll me your best saving throw at advantage.
I got 26 total.
You also resist the urge to investigate this thing further. And then I tell you, that night, now you're all, you know, Corporal Culver's the last one on watch. You guys are all there doing your resting, or you're doing your sleeping, or doing your meditation, depending on, you know, what you are. All of you, it's uncomfortable rest and sleep with lots of nightmares. And you wake up all at the same time. You feel a shudder and you startle awake all at the same time, all four of you. And you see before you, you're like kind of in a daze, you know, that groggy kind of daze after being startled awake. And you see there, it's still dawn, early dawn, you know, before the sun has come up, so it's still dark, kind of the darkest before the dawn time. Standing there on the other side of the campfire, practically naked, just in his loincloth, is Corporal Culver, and he's holding the bag with the item, and it's partially open, and he looks at you guys, and he's got this wild-eyed look in his face, and he says, "You all got to finish the mission, you know. I don't think I can go on now." He says, "You all tell my family I tried really hard." And then suddenly his eyes start to glow green, and an evil visage looks over his face as he touches the globe, and he cackles and he runs off into the night, into the darkness. And suddenly, all four of you wake up startled again, realizing that was a dream within a dream. But you see, as you all have woken up, you feel like something startled you awake, like something shocked you awake. The dream itself shocked you awake, and something else too, something benevolent shocked you awake. And you see Corporal Culver moving towards the bag with the wrongdoer in it. What do you all do?
Stop him.
Yeah.
Tackle him.
How?
Yeah,
Do you
run
all try
towards
and tackle him, basically?
Yeah.
Throw my sword at him.
Corporal, no!
Don't do that. Stay away.
Stop it.
All right, so you all basically physically try and restrain him or stop him, and you wake him out of his daze, and he's all like, "Oh, what? Thank you all. Thank you so much. That thing is terrible. It's nasty. Oh, good thing it's time to go. Let's get it back." And the morning comes, and you all, despite your exhaustion, you travel on as quickly as possible, double timing it, making it back, getting the item back to the captain, reporting back to him, and knowing that not only did you accomplish the mission with the plume, but you also saved the life of Corporal Culver. And the captain thanks you all for what you've done, and he promises you, he immediately uses a special sending stone to call forth a powerful call to leaders beyond, not just the Duke of this duchy, but also it ends up going up the chain of command all the way to the King of Nyrond. And then within like the next day, a powerful wizard an old-looking wizard in gray robes and a gray hat, and very Gandalf-looking. Apparently, suddenly transports to where you guys are at, and you all are there and asked to protect the thing with more guards there, just in the time that it takes. And this weird old guy, he says, "Thank you all so much. You've done well. I will take this and deal with it." And then he leaves with the item. And you all know you've done well. And you get paid really well. And I'll tell you, you get all kinds of cool treasure. The ring is magical. The sword is magical. The shield is mastercraft. And you got lots of golden gems. And although the golden gems, you believe, it turns out, that's kind of the pay. Not all of it. Like, I guess actually pretty much all of it is the pay for the guards there. And so you all decide to give that to the families. Because the captain and the duchy are going to pay you guys pretty well, better than they were already going to for this mission, because what you did was a big deal. And that is your first mission success.
Huzzah!
Huzzah! Let's go.
We did it,
You guys
gang.
did super good.
Whee!
I think you guys are amazing. I hope you had a good time. I had an amazing time, and I know we've gone a few minutes over, but if you'll indulge me for a brief few minutes more, I'd like to know from each of you what you thought of your first D&D experience. And I'm not asking you to judge me as a DM. I just want to know what you think of Dungeons and Dragons now that you've played it for your first time. Let's start with Tantan. What you think?
Since this is technically not my first one, I still thought it was just regardless, like an amazing experience to have this with friends, just an amazing set of human beings virtually, because all of the D&D campaigns that I've done are in person. And so to still be entranced in all the magic of, the lore, the building the characters, the role playing, seeing how all of the random rolls like treat us with attacks and all the crits and all of that. It was such a joy. I was fully engaged, and it was just a great time.
Fantastic. Thank you. Cozy, how about you? What did you think of your first time?
I had a fantastic time. I have to admit that I'm not like a huge fantasy person, at least like with this type of genre of things. Admittedly, with Baldur's Gate 3, I think I told you I only got past like the character creation, so I wasn't. It's not really my genre, but I had so much fun, and I feel like this was really encouraging to me, letting me know that I could do something like this and find it like fun and entertaining. And I think it really does have to do with like doing it with friends, and I feel like I would also have a really good time doing it with people I might not know either. And I have to also say that I feel really proud of myself I was really nervous about the role playing, and I felt really comfortable in that aspect, like more so than I thought I would have. So thank you for making it such a fun time and making me feel super comfortable to do so. So thank you.
Absolutely. Fantastic. Eps.
I heard so many stories about people playing D&D. My brother basically grew up with D&D, and he had all the books and everything, but he never really taught me or had me play it. And the role play, I'm okay with. Like I always do some sort of weird role play, but I think the parts that really had me going is the thinking outside the box, the strategies around the characters and what you could possibly pull off. That is what got me. That's where I was like, okay, my critical thinking, I love using it. I love critical thinking. let's do this. And I was fully just into it.
Right on. Using your imagination to come up with creative solutions. It's one of my favorite parts as a DM, seeing what players can come up with. Fantastic. Noforn?
Yeah, there's just so much to say about it. For my first experience doing this, like Eps, like I've had family members and friends who have played it before, but have never like introduced me to it or actually like talked about how it happens. So I was actually kind of going in blind. The combat, I mean, I was a little bit familiar with just from playing Baldur's Gate. I know it's a little bit more intricate when you're playing on the tabletop, setting. But as far as like everything else, it was very eye-opening to the possibilities, not only in combat, but yeah, like the RPing. I've never really done RPing before, and I thought it was like really interesting to kind of like get into your own character and see like how other characters with your friends, like your friends, but they know their characters, so it's like, how are they going to play it out? How are they going to react in certain situations? So yeah, it was great, and I know you said not to judge you as the DM, but I thought it was great because all the visuals, the lore, the setting, it was very clear. It allowed us to actually visualize what's going on, and it made it very easy for us to get into it. So yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate that greatly. I'm glad that I'm honored that I got to be you guys' for some of your first experience, and even the veteran of the group. It was a pleasure to be able to share my DM experience with you guys and craft a story that you all were a part of. And last two things, I got one more question and then one comment. And that the question is, what did you guys think of that dream sequence at the end that you didn't know was a dream? I could tell that people were getting a little bit maybe teary-eyed for a moment.
Yeah.
I was so worried.
Yeah, it was a bit of a tearjerker for...
Yeah.
I like to do plot twists on my campaigns, and I thought I might as well do a final plot twist in your third session where you think it's going to go bad, but then the rug pull is you actually have a chance, and you actually save him instead. So you guys are heroes through and through. And on that comment, on that question, that leads into the final comment, which is, I sort of foresaw this as your character's origin stories, but also if you think about it, it's sort of like the hook for a larger, scarier, interesting, story. Not saying that we'll ever be able to fulfill that, but not saying that we won't either. Who knows in the future if you guys want to do this again, and we have the time and we can make it work. I just want you to know that it's been a pleasure, and I would do this for you guys anytime.
Oh,
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I would love to.
Virtual hug.
I would say, yeah.
Yeah.
I would definitely want to.
Likewise.
Ditto. Virtual hug for you guys. With that, everyone, go support all of these amazing streamers, the Mighty Mango Mates, every single one of them individually and collectively. They're incredible human beings. And I am super honored that we found them and that we met them and we got to know them. And go check out their interviews on Bandwidth and Banter. I guess that's all I got. Does anybody else have anything else they want to say before we wrap for the night and raid out?
Yes, thank you again.
Yeah.
Stormy really couldn't have asked for a better first experience. So thank you. Huge shout out to you.
Yeah.
Thank you. You're welcome. All righty, guys. I love you all. Thank you all so much for hanging out with us this evening. And let's find someone. I'm gonna let you guys pick again. Who would you all like me to raid out to?
I do have a suggestion, unless somebody else has one.
Who?
We might
I was
have the
gonna say-
same one.
Oh, possibly. I was gonna say Master O Bacon because they're doing a subathon right now, and they shaved their head because of the subathon. So
Master O Bacon? I don't know if I
No
even-
way.
Here's the link. Yes, he's bald right now. His
Yeah.
beautiful
Wow.
bald head.
His whole head.
I haven't
Actually,
even
his
followed
partner
Master O
did.
Bacon. I'm gonna have to rectify that.
Oh, I think you'll
uh,
love him.
He's a delight.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's do it. That sounds good to me. We're gonna raid out to Master O Bacon. We're gonna share all the love with him. Thank you all again for coming. You all have a wonderful, amazing evening, and we'll see you all later. Let's do this raid thing. Raid, Mr. O.
Goodbye, goodbye.
You look like a head.
Start that raid up. All right. Thank you guys. It's been a treat. You guys hang on the line. We'll do a final chat at the end here.
Sounds cute.
All right. Raiding out now. Bye guys. See y'all later.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, goodbye.